Picture this. Your manager pulls you into a quick meeting, and before you even sit down, they say the words you've been hoping to hear. We're giving you a raise, an extra $500 a month starting next paycheck. For a second, everything feels different. You walk out of that meeting already imagining the upgrades. Maybe a nicer apartment. Maybe finally eating out without checking your bank balance first. And for the first month or two, it feels amazing. But here's what usually happens next. 6 months later, you check your savings account, and it looks almost exactly the same as before the raise. You're earning $500 more every single month, but somehow you don't feel any richer. And you're sitting there thinking, wait, where did it go? If that sounds familiar, you're not alone, and more importantly, it's not because you're bad with money. It's because almost nobody is taught what to actually do the moment a raise lands. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to turn that $500 raise into real, measurable wealth instead of watching it quietly disappear into slightly nicer, everyday spending. If you've ever gotten a raise and wondered where the extra money went, make sure to hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Let's start with the uncomfortable truth. A raise does not automatically make you wealthier. I know that sounds backwards, but stay with me. Getting more money and building more wealth are two completely different things, and the gap between them comes down to one word: behavior. Here's what most people don't realize. Psychologists call this hedonic adaptation. When your income goes up, your spending quietly rises to match it, and it happens so gradually you barely notice. That extra $500 a month doesn't usually go toward one big purchase. It leaks out in small pieces: a slightly nicer apartment, more takeout because you deserve it now, little upgrades here and there that each feel harmless, but together they absorb the entire raise. Let's look at the real math. Say you get that $500 monthly raise and you spend all of it. Zero extra saved, zero extra invested. 1 year later, your bank account looks basically the same as before, just with a slightly more comfortable lifestyle. 5 years later, still the same story, except now your baseline expenses are permanently higher, which means even your next raise has less room to build wealth because your lifestyle has already grown to swallow it. Now let's compare that to a different path. Same $500 raise, but instead of spending all of it, you save and invest half. That's $250 a month, and you let yourself enjoy the other half guilt-free. Invested at a historical average of around 8% annually, that $250 a month grows to roughly $18,300 after 5 years. After 10 years, it's closer to $46,000. And that's from just one raise. Now imagine doing that with every raise you get for the rest of your career. So how do you actually make this happen without relying on willpower every single month? Let's walk through the framework. Step 1, decide before the raise lands. This is the single most important step, and almost everyone skips it. If you wait until the extra money hits your account to decide what to do with it, your brain will default to spending it because spending feels good immediately and saving doesn't. Make the decision the moment you find out about the raise, not after you've already gotten used to the extra cash in your account. Step 2, use the 50% rule. Every time your income increases, whether it's a raise, a bonus, or a new job with better pay, commit to saving or investing at least half of the increase automatically. So on a $500 raise, that's $250 locked away, and $250, you're completely free to spend however you want. This isn't about deprivation. It's about making sure the raise actually changes your financial trajectory, not just your lifestyle. Step 3, automate it immediately. Set up an automatic transfer the same week the raise hits, moving that $250 straight into a savings or investment account before you ever see it in your checking account. Here's the psychology behind why this works. Money you never see, you never miss. Money that sits in your checking account waiting to be spent, you almost always spend. Step 4, pick one guilt-free upgrade with the other half. This part matters more than people think. If you save every single dollar of every raise forever, you'll eventually burn out and abandon the whole system. Let yourself enjoy something real with that remaining $250, a nicer routine, a hobby, whatever actually improves your life. The goal isn't to never enjoy your raise. It's to make sure half of it is working for your future, while the other half is working for your present. Step 5. Repeat this every single time your income goes up. This is where the real compounding happens, not just financially, but as a habit. Once the 50% rule becomes automatic, every future raise strengthens your wealth instead of just inflating your lifestyle. Let me tell you about someone I'll call Alex. Alex started at $55,000 a year and over 5 years got raises totaling about $12,000 in additional annual income. For the first 2 years, Alex spent every single dollar of every raise, nicer apartment, more takeout, subscriptions stacking up quietly in the background. By year 3, despite earning significantly more than before, Alex's savings account was basically untouched. Then Alex found the 50% rule and applied it retroactively to every future raise from that point forward. 2 years later, without dramatically changing lifestyle, Alex had built an investment account worth around $14,000 just from banking half of each new raise going forward. Alex didn't get a bigger raise than before. Alex just stopped letting the raises disappear. Now, you might be thinking, but I worked hard for this raise. Don't I deserve to enjoy it? Absolutely, you do. That's exactly why the 50% rule exists. You're not being asked to save the entire raise, you're being asked to split it so you get to enjoy real, guilt-free lifestyle improvements while simultaneously building wealth in the background. This isn't about restriction. It's about making sure a raise actually changes 2 things instead of just one: your lifestyle and your financial future. You might also be thinking, this seems too simple to actually matter. Here's the thing. Most of the wealth building strategies that actually work in real life are simple. The reason simple things fail is not because they don't work, it's because people don't automate them, so they quietly stop doing them. So, let's recap the framework. First, decide what you'll do with a raise before it even lands. Second, apply the 50% rule, saving or investing half of every income increase. Third, automate that split immediately so you never have to rely on willpower. Fourth, use the other half for one genuine, guilt-free upgrade. And fifth, repeat this with every future raise for the rest of your career. Because here's the truth most people never realize until much later. It's not the size of your raise that determines whether you build wealth. It's what you do with it in the first 30 days. The raise itself is just an opportunity. What you do next is what actually changes your financial future. If this video helped you think differently about your next raise, make sure to hit subscribe. And I'm curious, when you get your next raise, are you going to let it quietly disappear, or are you going to put the 50% rule to work? Let me know in the comments because that decision is going to shape a lot more than just this year.